Okay guys, right, we've got the next stage now. So we've already made our nice big tall hat, with a big crown, or you can do the same, you can make a top hat, any sort of design you want out of that other one. And then I'm going to show you a bit of a trilby, and so how to make a trilby. Now I don't have a trilby crown, you can buy one if you like, but I'm going to show you a way to use a normal crown and then pleat it into a trilby crown. So I'll show you that later, but first of all we need to block this. So this is my felt. These are slightly different in colour. I thought it might be quite nice to have a two-tone, but also this one, you would think that you would block with this and then block your brim with this section, but it's actually too shallow. So by the time I've blocked it quite far down, I'll have none of the brim left. So I'm going to use two pieces. Because we're going to put a trilby dent in this, I need it to go quite far down, so I want it to go at least 6 inches down. If I just take this off, this is my crown block, and I'm going to block right down to here, because then once I put the dip in, you're going to be losing about that much of the hat. So you want enough space to fit the head in. So you'll need at least 4 inches to fit the head in, and then we want 2 inches just to be able to put the dip in. So this is my crown. This is my crown piece, and this is going to be my brim piece. Now this is really interesting when you do the brim as well, so that's going to be different to the other brim that we did. I'm going to show you that on an actual trilby brim wooden piece. First of all, we're going to do this. Now I would steam this over a kettle first. If you've got a kettle, put a bit of a steamer in, or use a steamer just to put some in, and it's much quicker for you. But I'm just going to do this with my normal wet cloth and iron, just to get this in shape. And because I'm pulling it quite far down, I'll just show you how I do it. So this is looking nice underneath. We've got nice front, nice corner, nice side. Just have to work on this bit. So this is the back I pull, and then I do my corners. I fix that underneath again, but you all know how to block with this, so I won't carry on and go on with this. What I'm going to do is finish it, then I'm going to take it off and put some stiffener in it, and then I will come back and show you how to put the trilby top in. But now we're going to block with this one. This is my trilby brim. It looks a bit like a toilet seat lid, but it's quite nice. I love looking at it. This bit here curves down, and this bit here curves up a little bit. So that's what happens when you take the felt off and you reverse it. Then it's looking good, and it's in the right way to be a trilby. So this one is 22.5. My other block was 22.5, so they are going to knit together. These ones you can get wooden, or you can get styrofoam. I think Highland hat blockers do the styrofoam ones, so they're a little bit cheaper, so you can get those. This is what you will need, but the other one, like I say, we can modify, but this one we can't modify. So you want to get a trilby brim if you're going to be making trilbies. If you don't want to, then you can use any other brim that you have and have fun with that and see how it turns out, and still put a trilby top on it, which could be nice. So this one I want to cover in plastic, so I'm protecting the block again. So I just got a plastic bag here. You can use a shopping bag or a plastic bag or cling film. If you use a shopping bag, it'll be quite tight, so then you might want to just put some slashes in it. Like a cake, I just tend to cut from the middle out and have sort of tabs, and then you can easily push the felt in, and your bag is not getting in your way. This one's got quite a lot of room, so it should be all right. I've got a lot of plastic. Now this one here is the hat. I'm going to push all of this in and try and get all of this around the outside, and then I'll cut some of it off. So again, it's better for you to steam this over a kettle just to help it and get it boiling, and get it nice and hot, and then put this over. I'm steaming in the middle because the first section is going to be just putting some pins in the inside, and then we'll work on the outside. One front, one back, then the sides, so I've got pins inside there. And then I'm going to stretch it out. The problem comes when you've got too much felt and you don't know what to do with it. So then you're better off squishing it all in the middle, because felt also goes together. So you can squish it all in the middle and then put your pins in and then steam the outside, and then that also takes away some of the excess that's in the middle. Sometimes I'll have it as a tube, because I might have used a whole capeline, cut my crown off and used that on my crown piece, and then I've got the brim with a hole in the middle, and there's the whole circle of felt, and then I'm putting that on. And when I do that, I need to then get rid of all of the excess in the middle, so I'm sort of pushing it all in. So that's a little bit trickier to do. But it's good to pin that in first and then pin the outside to get rid of the excess. Right, so I've pinned all the way around the outside. We'd already done the inside, and now I'm just going to take them out of the inside again and just pull this one, just to make sure I've got rid of any creases and it's nice and tight. So see, I've got this lumpy bit here, I want to get rid of that. I just want to pull it to see if I can get any excess felt out and just pull it all in. I could then chop some of this off so that we're not messing around with this. And to do that, I want to make a bit of an incision and then go round. So I just need to make sure I've got an inch excess inside. So we'll make sure we're going down about an inch, because that's going to be the flaps that are going to go inside the hat. So we want to keep those. You could also do that as if you're cutting up a cake. I could have made an incision in the middle and then sliced it out. So you do the front, the back, the two sides, and then your corners, and then you can put other ones in if you want. So you could end up with 8 triangles which are then going to end up being your darts, and then you chop the actual triangle bit off, so you've got an inch left, and then you've got little flaps. But with this one, it's also okay to have it all whole and just go up inside the hat. So you can either cut it or not. With the other hats we did, I think with this one, if you can see there, I've actually got, these are little flaps and they've got cuts in them just to fit up inside the hat nicely. But also, so you can do that, or with this one, it's going to be fine just to having it whole and going in, because we're going to push it all flat. So I'm just pulling it in the middle. See, make sure this is all firm and there's no movement. So I put it in the middle again, that's all solid. I would leave that then for a few hours just to take shape and dry, so it's really, really dry. Then I would take it off and put some extra stiffener in that, and then put it back on the block again and leave it for a few more hours. So I'm going to stiffen this and leave it overnight, and then we'll come back and take it all off, and then I'll dip in the crown and put them together. All right.